Good morning, YouTube. I haven't been on in so long. I am missing you guys really bad. But I have been hard at work, working on my new books, working on some new coaching classes and the certification, and just working on a lot of stuff. So I've kind of been quiet because I'm working so hard. And there's something that came up a couple weeks ago in one of my classes that I was teaching. And it's been on my heart to come on and do a video about this because literally so many women that were in this class I was teaching kind of made this same comment. And the comments were particularly, well, first of all, it was a class for coaches. So it was training them on confidence and how to run their business and things like that. And the majority of the people in the class were coaches. And one of the things that kept coming up, good morning, Shania. Good morning. One of the things that kept coming up, guys, is that several women said, there's a secret part of them, or subconsciously they have a fear that if they make a lot of money and they're really, really, really successful with their business, that they won't be able to find a man or find love. And I mean, it wasn't just one woman, guys. I'm talking about several. I mean, there was probably 100 people in class, and this comment kept coming up like again and again. And I was like, I was kind of shocked by it, if that makes sense, right? Because I didn't realize that this was like such a big fear. Hey guys, I know I've been gone forever. I have been working so hard, guys, and I've been missing y'all. I'll be back and gonna be doing a lot of videos, but right now I'm finishing some books and some classes. So look, I'm out here walking and sweating already. But guys, listen, if you are a boss chick, if God has put dreams in your heart to build businesses, create streams of income, if you are a woman who dances to the beat of her own drum, who makes her own rules, who is pursuing a vision, dreams bigger than you, right? You're gonna have to understand something. Women taking the lead and women pursuing large dreams, big visions, women making a lot of money, women holding positions, very executive positions, management positions in corporate America. Women doing these things is all fairly new in modern history. This is not like this has been going on for thousands of years, you guys. When I say modern history, I'm talking about, you go back to the 60s. You go back, I'm not just talking about the Industrial Revolution when women just went to work. That still wasn't women leading. That wasn't women, being over men. That wasn't women who were actually in positions of making more money and leadership. You're not talking until like the 60s and 70s. Even if you go back as far as just the 70s, you guys, things were so backwards when it comes to female, male, right? Gender relations, gender specific, like to the point, even in the 70s, you guys, that if a woman wanted to divorce her abusive husband, a judge would immediately give the kids to the man. They're like, how's a woman going to provide for the children? How's she going to financially provide? How is she going to take care of the children? We're talking back in the 50s and 60s. You couldn't go get a credit card without your husband signing off on the credit card. This is not that long ago. We're talking about 70 years ago, right? So literally now, but because we are literally, women are winning. It's female. Everything is female, right? There's a balancing that's taking place because it's been all male dominated for so long. So as we see women taking on and coming into more positions of power, leadership, starting businesses, here's something you're going to have to realize if you're a boss chick. If you're one of these women who is doing big things, right? Or pursuing big things, you're not going to be able to date traditionally. I just really need you to hear me. You're not going to be able to date traditionally. Why? You're not traditional. What is traditional? Traditional is when the man makes more than the woman. Traditional is when the man is the breadwinner and the woman is supporting. Traditional is when the man is leading in all areas of the home and life. You're going to submit and be submissive, and you're going to literally pass on the choices to him. Ultimately, the choices come to him. That's tradition. And if you are a boss chick, that's not going to work for you. You have a brain. You have opinions. You're going to have insight on certain areas and topics, certain situations in your marriage, in your relationship, you're going to be better at than him. So just because he's a man, just because he's gender-wise a man, you're going to default to him to make all decisions? No, that's stupid. If you're better at something in the relationship, in the marriage, then that's going to be what you manage in the relationship. If you're better with finances and you can help your marriage to win financially with you managing the finances, you're going to be the one to manage the finances. Because why would you have him manage the finances? He doesn't like it. He's not good at it. So guess what? Y'all going to be jacked up financially just because he happened to be born with balls? And now your family's financial situation and your credit is jacked up because he's the man? No, that's stupid. So boss chicks, guess what? We have skills. We have talents. We have passions. We have intelligence. We have things we're naturally gifted at. And listen, right now I'm talking to boss chicks, but eventually this is going to be the direction that relationships and marriages go in. It's called partnership. So boss chicks, here's some tips for you, some booze clues. If you are dominant in certain areas, guess what? Compatibility means he's not going to be so strong in those areas. And he's going to be strong about the things that where you struggle, he's strong. That's called compatibility. That's true compatibility. And that's how great partnerships work. Because together, you now are a great team. Together, you're really, really powerful. But guess what? If you're a boss chick and you out here trying to date traditionally, you keep looking for men who actually don't compliment you. Women have boss chicks, women who are strong, women who are doing big things, have a tendency to want to go look for men who are just like them. Guess what? A man who's just like you doesn't need you, and you don't need him. You need somebody who's on the team. You need somebody to fill in the gaps. You need somebody to help you be better, which means their skill set complements you. That's what true compatibility is. It means that now together we are running our corporation, our partnership, our marriage very effectively. Now listen, traditional women aren't going to get this. Oh, the man is the head of the house. The man is supposed to lead. The man. Okay, boo, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. You're not a boss chick. Okay? Because if you're a boss chick, this is where you've been at times. You struggle because what traditional relationship and marriage advice will tell you, shut up, don't say nothing, let him lead, don't correct him, live on just his income, you be the support, you be the helpmeet. So then what? You're going to be sitting there in dating situations and he's sitting here headed for disaster or about to do something so stupid because he don't know no better or don't know anything about this topic or this area. And you're just going to sit there and be like, well, he'll figure it out because he's the man. God will give him the insight. No, God brought you to give the insight. God brought you to be the help. You're not supposed to sit there and be quiet just to stroke his ego so you can act like he's got it all figured out. And based on traditional advice, you'll sit there and struggle because you're like, do I say something? Do I not say anything? Oh, I don't want to, offend him. I don't want to, abuse his ego or, wait, no, that's not the man for you. Any man that's going to be intimidated by your strengths, intimidated by your intelligence, isn't the right man for you. And that's what I had to end up saying in this class when the women were like expressing, that they were scared, like they're going to make all this money and be successful. What man are they going to marry? A man who wants to partner with a very successful woman, a man who wants a really nice lifestyle, who wants the help, who wants a great partner in life. There's lots of men out here, ladies. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. They don't want to carry the whole load. They don't want to be literally the breadwinner in our economic times. In these economic times, guys, do you think a man wants to be carrying everything anymore? First of all, it takes 2 incomes to have a decent lifestyle now. The typical household requires 2 incomes. So you mean to tell me he's going to have a problem with you making $200, $300, $400, $500,000 a year and combining it with his money to where you guys are investing in properties, you're driving good, living good, traveling good, eating good, investing? That's a great life. And there's plenty of men who have no problem with that. Now, here's where the issue comes in. The issue comes in when women begin to take on too much masculine energy. So if you're in a relationship and you're making more money than your partner, or you're in a marriage, ladies, and you're making more money than your husband, here's the key. You have got to take a we mentality. You can't be trying to lord it over him, control him, throw it in his face like you the one making the money. You cannot take it and let it go to your head and be acting like you're the boss in the house. No, you're partners, you're equals. You may make more money, but listen, he helps you to make that money. He helps you. He's your anchor. He's your help. He's your support. You'll make more money with the right partner in a marriage than you would ever make single, ladies, with the right partner. Greg, you said, have you seen this? Yes, I'm in a marriage like this. What are you talking about? I'm talking about me. I dated and dated and dated trying to date men like me. Other boss dudes who were driven, ambitious, driven. And then I met a man who was, oh my God, strong, solid, consistent. He pays attention to details. He's amazing with money. I met him and it's like certain parts about him were like opposite of me, but then other things we had so much in common. And I was like, wait a minute, he's spiritual and he comforts me and he prays for me. He's a leader, he's strong. But guess what? It's like in certain areas, his skill set complements my skill set. So guess what? We make each other better. We make more money together. We sharpen, iron sharpens iron. And so listen, if you are a boss chick, you can't be out here. That's right. Caesar, thank you. Contemporary dating takes new approaches. Holding on to antiquated ideologies is not going to work. It's not going to work. Because nothing about how we live now is traditional, you guys. Nothing. Traditional gender roles were based on when men ran everything. Women had barely any rights, right? Women literally had no power. And you have to stop and think about these things. Traditional gender roles come from traditional times in history. Nothing about how we live now is traditional. Nothing. So if you're a boss chick, guess what? You're going to have to drop your ego. Stop trying to date these dudes who are just like you. Guess what I found out dating men just like me? We're both workaholics. We're both so driven and ambitious and focused on our goals, we're not paying attention to each other. So the relationship suffers, right? Relationship suffers, guys. Why? Because nobody's focused on the relationship. We're so focused on our dreams and goals and ambitions that the relationship is an afterthought. Well, somebody's got to be a little more inclined towards the relationship. My husband brings balance. He slaps my laptop closed at night and says, baby, shut it down. That's enough. We have got to take some time, right? When my husband is forceful, listen, no, I understand we've had these projects, we have these businesses, we have all this, but we going on a vacation. He will shut me down and be like, because I just go. And I'll look up and I'm exhausted. I mean, completely exhausted. And he has to literally take over and just be like, shut everything down, cancel everything. Nope, we're going on vacation. Nope, you're taking time off. Nope. And I'm just like, yes, sir. Okay, you're right. I'm tired. Because I'll be falling apart. I'm so tired. And he can see it and feel it because he's my God-given purpose partner. He knows when I'm not feeling right before I do. He knows things. Listen, he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, are you sure you're okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? And I'll be kind of cranky a little bit, and I'll be having an attitude with him. Like, why you keep asking me that? I'm fine. And he's like, babe, listen. And then sure enough, by the end of the day or the next day, I'm like falling apart because I'm completely depleted. I'm out of balance, and he's comforting me and helping me to reset, helping me to recharge. And he could feel it coming. He knew that I was off when I didn't even know. Right? And the same thing goes with him. I know when something's wrong. I know it. I feel it in my spirit when he's not at peace, when something's not good. Guess what? He's the COO, CFO, CTO of all of our companies. Carrie runs our companies. Carrie's Chief Operations Officer, Chief Technology Officer, Chief Financial Officer. He's literally like got all those titles for our companies because he's literally running them, hiring our staff, firing staff, making sure payroll's okay, accountants, taxes. I mean, he handles everything. I'm not good at any of that stuff, guys. He's like phenomenal, got business degrees and, his intelligence level is off the chain, and he's spiritual and in touch with God and hears from God and leads from God. Man, listen. So ladies, I need you to listen to me. When I met Carrie, he was so different. He was so different than anyone I had ever met, anyone I had ever dated. He was calmer. He was more consistent. He was I mean, it's just hard to describe this combination of things because it's like, ladies, it's like you don't know what you need until you see it or experience it. You think you know what you need. You think you have it figured out. You think you're like, oh, I know I need a man like this, and he can't be this, and he can't be that, and da da da. And you think, remember, go back to my video about ditch the list. That's where that video came from. Ditch the list, because I had to ditch my list in order for Carrie to manifest. Because I was blocking my own blessings. And literally when Carrie showed up, it was like, where did you come from? I always said I'd never marry a pastor. Oh my God, right? But he was perfect. He was perfect. He's this combination of strength and sensitivity and loving and kind and patient. Like, I'm not the most patient person. He's so patient. He's not moody. He's like, you guys, it's like he's an anchor. Like, he's just so the same every day. He wakes up the same every day, just this consistent, steady person. And that brings like this stability to me that was missing. He's my anchor. I would not be able to have the creativity, the vision, all of the things that I execute and that you guys see me doing. I wouldn't be able to do that without Carrie in my life being this anchor, right? And it's like, so if you're a boss chick, like I said, you're going to have to date differently. You can't afford to be dating traditionally. Forget about what all this traditional advice is telling you. And listen, and it takes a strong man. It takes a strong man. He can't be insecure, ladies. He's got to know who he is too, right? Because as we're doing all these great things, he's doing his great things. That's right, Gregory, they're in plain sight, ladies. These are the men who get ignored because you're looking at the it guys. These are the men who you're passing these guys up for the it guys, the flashy guys. They're not the flashy guys. They're not the arrogant guys. They're not the guys with a bunch of women. They are the guys who are working hard. They care about family. God is their priority. Family is their priority. You know, all they care about is their mama, their kids, and making money and working hard. That's all they care about. That's all Carrie cares about. Doing what God's called him to do, making money, working hard, and taking care of his family. That is all Carrie cares about. Right, they do not care about swag, Gregory. When I met Carrie, he did not care about swag. He had his own little swag going on. But listen, he did not care. I literally dress Carrie. I buy all his clothes. I shop for him. Right? Because literally, I'm like, oh no, you're so fine. You need these clothes. You need to, I'll give him that GQ look, right? Go find and he starts wearing these clothes like, oh man, these look good. I like this. But you don't care about no clothes. He ain't blowing a bunch of money on clothes. I'm doing that, right? Because that was not his priority at all. At all. He just throwing something on and working. So it's like, ladies, sometimes, right, what we're gunning for or thinking is a fit for us is not a fit at all. And if you're a boss chick and you have this secret fear that, you're going to be so successful and it's going to be hard to find a man, no. Get that out of your head. Get that out of your head right now. That's not the way it works. God has a fit for you. There's a lid for every pot. There's someone perfect for you. You don't ever have to worry about literally doing so much or being so successful that no one will want to be with you. No, those just aren't the men for you. And what you need to evaluate, if that's one of your fears, is evaluate your choices in men. Because if that's a fear, it means you've been choosing a certain type of man that isn't compatible with who you are and where you're going, which is where the fear has developed, because you haven't opened yourself up to experience a different type of man. You haven't opened yourself up to allow God to bring the right man for you, the truly compatible man for you, right? Because true compatibility is about you guys working together and being a great team. It's not about ego. It's not about competition. It's about helping each other. Carrie and I literally over here running these companies, you guys. He sent me some stuff yesterday, guys. And we're looking at some new software for some stuff we need to do in one of the companies, and some new automation stuff we've got to put in place. And he's the tech guy. You know, I literally just have to hand everything tech over to him. I don't get it. You know, I struggle with the tech stuff. And he's sending me some stuff, looking at different things. I'm like, baby, you don't have to send that to me. I am not reading all this stuff you're sending me. I'm over here working on a sales page. I'm sales and marketing, right? You're tech and operations. You make the choice. You make the choice. I'm like, I trust your judgment with this. You go make the choice, because I'm not, you know, I'm not going to sit here and read all these reviews on these software and these tools. Nope, I'm not about to even do it. It's not happening. So you might as well just go ahead and do your thing, make the choice, what's best for our companies, and we'll roll with it, because I trust your judgment on it. I don't want to sit here. That's why he's over that. That's why he's over all that stuff. A boss chick will never respect a man she can run, or a man that's beneath her financially. I've seen it too many times. Well, LB, this is why I'm correcting women. Because if you want a true partnership and you're a boss chick, you're going to have to check that ego. I don't hold money over, Carrie. I don't act like this is just my money, where all the money is in one big pot. All the money is in the business accounts. All the money, you know, I'm not acting like, oh, I did this and I did that just because I happen to be sales and marketing. You see what I'm saying? But sales and marketing, me, can't function without tech, operations, and finances. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have a true partnership. I can't focus and execute sales and marketing if he's not over there running all the back end that's going to function to keep sales and marketing up and running. So literally, guys, no, it doesn't matter what your specific gifts are, your skill sets. You're going to have to drop the ego. You're going to have to drop the ego, because it's so crucial that you work as purpose partners. If there's a dream God's given you, a vision God's given you to execute, to change lives and help people all over the world, you can't afford to let your ego get in the way of building an incredible purpose partnership, because together you run further and you run faster. You go further and faster with your purpose partner. Listen, when you're building a legacy, ego will not help. Exactly, guys. So that's my message. I just wanted to come on. I can't even promise you that that I'm going to be on a bunch of times. This month, I'm working on a new book. I'm working on this, the certification, and getting some new stuff launched. That's why you guys haven't seen me. Please define boss chick for the people. So boss chick, Shelton, is a woman who actually is going for it, right? She's starting companies. She's pursuing next level income, multiple streams of income. She's just an ambitious woman. She's a driven woman. Not every woman is like that. That's why I'm doing this video. I'm not talking to all women. I'm talking to very driven, ambitious women who are doing it. Yeah, not talking about it, not wanting to do it. She's doing it. Because there's a lot of dreamers in the world. That doesn't mean you're doing anything, but you're actually doing it. And if that's you, you've got to date differently. Gotta date differently. So that's my message for you guys this morning. I love you guys. Blessings in abundance. I will talk to you soon. I'm going to be back soon. I'm going to be back soon. I promise. As soon as possible, I'll be back to start doing videos again, guys. But right now, I got to get all this stuff done. But anyway, love you guys. Mwah. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.